one of them is going to be plus, the other is going to be minus.
There, just
Notice that we can cancel x minus 3. So now we can evaluate the limit as x approaches 3
There we go.
of x plus 5 divided by x plus 3. So it's going to be 3 plus.
I want to try question 2. Let's try with 0. We're going to practice another one. Just making sure everything's working right, that's all. Just give me 1 second. Interesting. So as it is, as of right now, we are only on YouTube, but that is fine. I just believed that I could multi-stream. Just want to make sure I can multi-stream. Seems like I only stream at one at a time. So let's try YouTube for an hour. And then we can continue, because this is what it takes to set up a multi-stream. And I guess the thing I did like was what's it called? Streamlabs for that reason, which was cool. So I guess I can't monitor the YouTube stream from. I can't monitor the YouTube stream from. I want it to be in the creator studio, but that did not work. So let's just continue with this. Let's focus on other things. Interesting. Oh, that's just some big stream delay. But I want to just continue with this problem. So the limit as h approaches 0, we have h minus 4 squared minus 16 over h. So h is 0. We can't just throw h in the numerator and call it a day, but I believe we can factor out a 4. So h. Interesting. This one is interesting to me, obviously. Let's see. I mean, we could just try DNE, but I doubt that is the case. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to open this back up. So can we do h1, h, and then f0, -1? No, it's obviously not going to work like that. I'm just thinking here. Alright, I guess let's see what happens if we open it up. H squared. H minus 4 gives us h squared minus 4h plus 16 factor out h, we got h minus 8 over 1, 0, negative 8 over 1. Let's try negative 8. I might be completely wrong. Oh no. So that works. That's cool. That felt really good. Felt really good. I mean, either way, we got there. Let's try another one to make sure it wasn't a fluke. But this problem looks very similar. The limit as h approaches 0. We have h squared. Oops, I'm so sorry about that. Minus 12 plus 36 over h. Factor out h, we get h minus 12. I guess if you add the minus 36, this just cancels out, letting you factor out h. So what is that, negative 12? Yeah, okay. These are making sense, wow. Alright, let's practice another. Square roots, the bane of my existence. The limit as x approaches 36. So 36 is obviously a square. If we just sub x in, that's not right. That's not correct. I don't know if the chat is disabled. It's interesting. I just want to go to Studio, YouTube Creator Studio, and monitor the live stream from there, just on a different device. I don't know why I can't do it here. If I go to content, live, there we go. Thumbnail. I guess, no restrictions. I don't know how to add a chat. Okay, that's something to learn. Live chat, participant modes. Yeah, interesting. It says I should be able to chat, but I don't know why. Very interesting. Okay, that's something to learn. Live chat, participant modes. Yeah, interesting. It says I should be able to. So I tried to enable live chatting for you guys, but it's not seeming to work at the moment, so we'll be able to figure that out later. Hello, if you just came in, we are just going over some. So I tried to enable live chatting for you guys, but it's not seeming to work at the moment, so we'll be able to figure that out later. We're just going over some math problems for calc, because I am struggling with it. So here's hello. If you just came in, we are just going over some. So I tried to enable live chat, guys. I was just monitoring myself in the back. There's no big deal there. I just wonder, like, manage. Okay, so it says my bitrate is low. That's fine. That's okay. I don't know if you guys are curious about that at all, but I can slide that down there so I can chat with you guys. And that's about it, yeah. So, let's continue. So this is going to involve 36 minus x, 6 minus square root x. I mean, we can try 0. I just doubt it's ever that simple. Alright, obviously not. So we are going to... We're going to look at what we can do here. I wonder... 6 to the x, negative 1/2. If we multiply everything by x, would we get 36x minus x squared? And then we would get 6x minus x, which would give us... let me just try this out, because I'm not sure how this is gonna go. We get 5x. Can we factor x squared? Like, can we do plus 6? Can we do like minus 6, minus 6? Will that give us that? There's gotta be x squared minus 6x. No, that's still not enough. We need this. Plus 6. Even if that was a plus 6. Can we do... so what do we need to make so that x squared, that becomes a negative x squared, so I don't know if that'll work. Let's just scrap this sheet and try again. I will be right back. I just need to get some water. I'm back, gentlemen. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just checking on everything tech-wise. Trying to get everything in a nice shot for you. We are back. Let's try some of these fade transition. That's just a cut. I like the fade. Make it a tiny bit longer. Yeah, that's nice. Let me know if you guys like that. So 36 minus x, 6 minus x, the square root. Can we square root the top real quick and then get 6 minus square root of x. 6 minus square root of x. No, we can't. I don't think we can do that. But let's just say, I mean, even if we do that, then is it 1? Can we just say that it's 1? No. And it's definitely not DNE. Do I have anything in my notes about radicals? Yeah, I do. So this is a similar question. So this is what I have wrote down, just to show you guys. My notes are messy and awful, but see how they're not helping me right now? I wrote this problem down, which looks very similar to what we were dealing with right now. That's x squared minus 2 is x minus 4. But why? So I wrote here x plus 2 times the top. Okay, so we can try that. We can try multiplying it by the portion with the square root. Let's go back here. 36 minus x over 6 minus minus the I didn't see this multiplication sign on my notes, so I adjusted that. So we are going to multiply everything times 6 minus. See, just even half the battle just writing it down correctly so that it works for you. Alright. Let's just say 6 minus negative square root of x. 6 minus square x. What is 6 times 36? 100. What is it? 200. That gives you 180 plus 36. 216. So does that give us 206 minus x over 1? And then if we plug in 36, do we get 1? Do we get 180? I'm just curious. I'm just gonna try this out. No, not even close. I kind of like where I was going with that, but I think I'm getting the arithmetic wrong. Let's start over on a clean sheet of paper. Don't want to mix up notes and then me just trying to solve stuff. We're hoping to, by the time, let's just say by November 30th, I want to be, let's try and write myself a sticky note. set a little goal by the end of this week, which is 22nd. By the end of November, we want to be chapter 3. Ideally, we have to move faster than this now that I'm realizing it, because now we're in chapter 4. God knows where we're going to be in November 30th. But I need to make finishing chapter 4 a priority by the end of the month, because then we're already deep into exams and there's nothing that can be done. We need to work this problem out. I'm just struggling a tiny bit, because what did I write down here? I wrote down, like, how did that end up being 1 over x, square root of x plus 1 minus 1 over x? That's where I'm confusing myself. So the limit, see, I didn't write down the limit. X minus x plus 1. I'm gonna just show myself the solution and then do some practice myself. Okay, so that was correct. That was correct. I just got the arithmetic of it wrong, I'm sure. Here, we can start on the back of this one. So let's get back to the point where we were at. 36 minus x, 6 plus square root of x. So the top, okay, so that just cancels out, which gives us 36 minus x times 6 plus square root of x over 36 minus x. So then does that cancel, and you get 6 plus square root of x, which is 6, equals 12. That is a crucial moment right here. That is a crucial moment. So we're going to write this cleanly. The limit of x as it approaches 36 is 36 minus x. 6 minus square root of x multiplied by 6 plus x, square root of x, 6 plus square root of x, which is the opposite of the bottom. Which is the opposite of the bottom. That I just don't understand why, because we brought it to the top. I mean, I don't like that. You can see here it's 6 minus, and then we were multiplying it, but once I can look back at my notes, it is the inverse. Don't quote, inverse is a term being used very loosely here. Let's try another one. So the limit as x approaches 16 is 16 minus x, 4 minus square root of x. Now we multiply everything by the positive of the bottom. 4 plus the square root of x. 4 plus the square root of x. Sorry, my back was just... Don't you hate when you get those random itches when you're sitting there and not doing anything? Just as if something is going wrong? That gives us 16 minus x times 4 plus square root of x over 16 minus x. Those cancel. Then you get 4 plus the square root of 16 is 8. And let's try that. Alright, these are starting to sink in, I think, a little bit. So we're gonna go slow in this portion, but we're gonna very aggressively ramp up the speed, and I think I'm gonna have to start doing this every single day until it sinks into my mind and I can do every single one of these questions correctly. We're gonna have a nice little gaming stream after this, though. My goal is just to study 2 hours per day, and assignments don't count. 2 hours of pure study on a subject that I'm lacking in. For me, at least, completing assignments and studying are two different things. I don't necessarily need to do any study except this right now, and it's been the area that I'm struggling with the most. Let's try just one more, just for good measure. The limit as x approaches 64 minus x, 8 minus the x. We're going to invert that and multiply it. 8 plus the square root of x. This becomes, let's just write this out for clarity's sake. I don't know how well you guys can see that, what I'm writing down actually, but this is mostly for me and not necessarily for you guys, but I would love if you guys were here to join me on it and have any questions in the chat or anybody else struggling with this stuff. So this is going to be equal to, obviously we're going to have this at the top, 64 minus x multiplied by 8 plus the square root of x over 64 minus x. These cancel. The limit as x approaches 64 is equal to 8 plus the square root of 64, which is equal to 8 plus 8, which is equal to 16. Damn. If only I could have started just a little bit earlier on this, I wouldn't have had so many difficulties. Now they're turning it up, which is fine. I want to, I guess I can't practice another one from there. That's fine. I can try solve that by myself, because I don't exactly know how, so I want to try it. The limit as x approaches 2 is 2 minus x square root of x plus 2 minus 2. Okay, factor out 2's. Negative x, the square root of x. Negative 1 over 2. Square root has no 2. There's no square root of 2. That obviously doesn't give us negative 4, which we know is the correct answer. So let's start over. The limit as x approaches 2. 4, 2 minus x square root of x plus 2 minus 2. Let's multiply this by, can we just do this kind of thing, or probably not? Let's just multiply it by x plus 2 square root of x plus 2 equals x plus 4. Okay, even just for that sake. Alright, let's just work it out before we get too crazy. 2x times square root of x plus 2 minus 2 over square root of x plus 2 minus 2 minus 2. I'm just calculating the denominator right now, which it's leading me to believe will be 4. And then the top will be 2 minus 2 times wait, 0. I want to see how ChatGPT solves this, because I think I'm getting very close, but this thing can be wrong. A lot of people forget that this is a crucial part of using this language model, so that it can make mistakes, and it did make a mistake for me. So just don't want to rely on it, but with yeah, okay. I don't think I ended up with the correct thing, but this is how the breakdown should look. So I should copy this down. Just give that a little x. The limit of x approaches 2 minus x, square root x plus 2, that square root goes all the way, minus 2. So the mistake I made is that it'll become positive, even though, so the square root will stay the same, but anything that lies outside of that will become positive. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm taking a break to turn on my fan. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I will monitor the stream real quick to see how bad the fan noise is. It's mostly just good practice for me to provide a high quality stream as well. Checking right now, with normal speech volume. I don't want any breath to come up, but I'm also not. Yeah, so I am coming through a bit quiet, even though I'm talking right into the mic. It's right by my face. That could be the volume that I'm listening to it at through the monitor, though, so I wouldn't live off of that analysis. Yeah, there we go. You guys are gonna hear a little bit of breath with the mic being this close, but in the future I'll be able to mitigate that more if it ever really becomes an issue. But I do want to copy this down. So we were correct here in the sense that the mistake I made here was keeping these as a minus, whereas I should have done it with a plus. But from my understanding now is that, like in previous examples, no, it always remained positive. So we're gonna say that it'll just remain positive in our circumstance. Okay, 2x, 2 minus x, x plus 2 minus 2. I don't exactly just want to copy this solution down, but that's fine. You know what, we will. We will, because I almost got there by myself. I just made a mistake along the way. X plus 2 over square root of x plus 2 plus 2. Now, we're going to write out the full equation. The limit as x approaches 2. Limit as x approaches 2. Sorry. We're going to make this we're going to write out what this multiplication will look like, which is, put that dot there just to make sure that it's clear. Square root of x plus 2 is under that roof, plus 2. And then down here we get square root of x plus 2 multiplied by square root of x plus 2 plus 2. Now, there wouldn't be any point in canceling them out. So what ChatGPT is saying is simplify the denominator by using the difference of squares, which I don't know what that is. So why is, so the minus is from the original. Okay, so the minus is from the original. My bad. Then I don't understand where that, I guess plus 2 difference of squares. So they kind of just cancel each other out, and this doesn't take this out. It just leaves this. Square roots, these cancel each other out, even though they're being multiplied. X plus 2 minus 4 is x minus 2. So the minus 4 comes from this. No, you can't. Yeah, exactly. You get left with x plus 2 minus 4, which is equals to x minus 2. So the limit as x approaches 2 is equal to, we're going to keep the top, 2 minus x multiplied by the square root of x plus 2 over x minus 2. notice that 2 minus x equals negative x minus 2. Yeah, it does. So, no. Yeah, well, in that case it does. So it's saying to... It's a little convoluted because notice that 2 minus x equals negative x. Okay, fine. So it's saying to replace this x minus 2 square root of x plus 2 over x minus 2 cancels, leaves you negative plus 2 plus 2 Okay, so then we can evaluate. I know this is getting really messy down here. If we do 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2. See, this is negative. Oh, okay, that gives you... I'm lost here now. I'm going to rewrite this last part of the equation. So we took 2 minus x times x plus 2 over x minus 2. We change that to negative x minus 2 times square root of x plus 2. Then we canceled this out, leaving us with the limit as negative as x approaches to leaving us with negative 2 plus 2 plus 2 Right, so everything stays in the brackets. Right, square root of 4 is 2. Gives, okay. We're going to try this one. We are going to try this one. The limit as x approaches 8 is 1 over x minus 1 over 8. X minus 8. So what can we do here? We can multiply the top by 8. Let's try that. It gives you 8 over x minus 1 over 8x minus 64. That's probably incorrect. So I'm going to use the a over b plus c over d, a, b, this little number right here. Hopefully it applies for minus 1 over 8. This is a, b, c, d. Now we're looking for 1 times 8 plus x times 1 b d. 8x. Let's try this. 8 plus x over 8x. Can we factor that? I mean, just take those out. 1 plus x over x. And then can we do... I don't know. Let's just a whim. Let's try it. When using limits with a quotient function, you can cancel out common factors in the numerator and the denominator. Okay, let's try that. So the limit as x approaches 8, 1 over x minus 1 over 8, x minus 8. So it's saying that what we can do... No, that's too much. You can cancel out the common factors and try rewriting the expression as a single fraction. I'm just taking a second to process what is going on. You can cancel out common factors in the numerator and the denominator. Okay, that's maybe the 8. Let's restart. The limit as x approaches 8 is 1 over x minus 1 over 8, x minus 8. So is it saying I can do that? 1 over x minus 1 over x. Does that give us 1/8 minus 1 over 8? Does that give us 7 negative 7/8 over 8? Does that give us... I don't know. I'm just gonna just throw this one at the wall and see if it sticks. No. Rewrite the expression as a single fraction. That's why I just want to multiply it. Alright, let's try. Let's get some help on this one. Let's write down the solution. We're looking over at the solution right here. So as the limit approaches x, the mistake I made here was not doing this multiplication here. Just multiplying it by 8x, which would have satisfied this. 1 times 8x over 1. That's what I'm not getting. Or I guess, no, minus... That became 8. 8x over 1 gives you 8x over x is 8. 8x over 1 times 1 over 8 is 8. 8x over 8, which is negative x. And then when you multiply the bottom, I thought you get... I thought that you get 8x, like this is because I thought this would become x squared minus 64. But here I guess we factored out. We factored out 8 minus x. That's 8 minus x, and this is x minus 8. So this is the part that's kind of throwing me for a loop. Let's see. That I can understand. Somewhat understand. Because, let's write this down. Let's just write this down really quick. 1 over x minus 1 minus x minus 8. So 1 over x times 8x over 1. We get 8x over x equals 8. Fine, no problemo. Negative 1 over 8 times 8x over 1. You get negative 8x over 8, which gives you negative x. Okay, clear. Now, we're going to take the bottom. X minus 8 multiplied by 8x. What I'm struggling to understand is how this doesn't become 8x squared minus 64, and then what do you simplify that? That's where I'm struggling, is 8x times... So did he factor that, making that a negative 1? Oh, he did, because, okay, now I understand, because he did this thing again. X minus 8 over 8x minus x over 8. And then he got negative 1 over 8x. Okay, we got there. I think that'll be it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and studying this with me. Yeah, I'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday streams for studying, and I will figure out some gaming streams eventually. I'm just gonna pop on the stream whenever I game. That's kind of gonna be the extent of that. So thank you very much for joining. My name is Creep Boy, or you could just call me Jake, and we're gonna be... I'm just bringing you along for my ride, streaming and dealing with life